but it looks like a bong. So I get into it a little bit with, I'm texting him because I'm trying to understand the structure and where this vodka suddenly came from. And I tell him, I'm like, I'm not going to lie to you. I know you don't know who I am, but it looks like a bong.
The bong of destiny.
Using, 70s terminology like I am. Not that I'm in my 70s.
Break out the
like
flower child
Shut
outfits.
up. I would have worn a tie-dye t-shirt today if I had one.
You're drunk!
I'm so happy that here we are, once again, setting the record straight. Over a year, Wheatley Vodka has been so cool to us. Avocado, what's my guy? Austin. Kara's trying to be nice, but she's not really that cool to us. But we like Kara to a degree. But here we are back. We've been gone a few weeks. You've been going on vacation. I haven't even seen you for almost 2 weeks, I don't think, at one point. Week and a half at least.
Yeah.
Like not even seeing you and just leaving you alone, doing your vacation thing. But here we are back. Where are we? We're in September, late September, Maggie May?
Mid-September.
It's late September. Yeah, mid-September.
Mid-September.
Phillies kicking ass.
Red October, here we come.
Oh, they lost to the Dodgers last night. Yeah,
That's
Red October,
okay.
here we come. Cannot wait for Red October. Cannot wait for the Phillies playoffs.
Red
Cannot
October.
wait for
Eagles are 2-0.
Eagles Garage Beer in the house. Jason Kelsey, we love you. We're trying to get you to come see us. This is a fact, and I like the bullshit possibly sometimes, once in a while anyway. Okay. We sell more garage beer than anybody in Manayunk, and that is a fact.
Cold hard fact.
Yep, cold hard fact. Just like Terramana Tequila. We'll talk about that later. We sell more of that than anybody in Philadelphia, to be honest.
Yeah.
But garage beer, this is my first beer since I believe our last podcast. I have not had an adult beverage since our last podcast. So this is my first garage beer. I'm so excited. Welcome back, my favorite youngest daughter, Dr. Kaitlyn.
Thank you.
And here we are tonight
Hard launch
as we
back to life.
film. And people are like, oh, man, there he goes again. He's got a vape next to him. He's got a glass pipe. He's got these little balls. And everyone knows AC/DC, my favorite song is I Got Big Balls. So no, I don't have little balls.
Stop.
But I got
Jesus
buzz
Christ.
balls. And I got Illadelph Vodka, which is just the coolest thing. And all of this is leading me. See, here we go. We are live and in living color. My friend Luca. Welcome to Setting the Record Straight, brother.
Awesome. Happy to be here.
Dude, it's so nice. Luca and I, we don't go way back. We don't go back years. We go back in business terms. We'll say months in business terms. But in actuality, they came in a while ago. Luca came in, dropped off cards about Illadelph Vodka. I'm like, okay, that's cool coming into a restaurant. And I say to the bartender, what are we going to say?
Like, it's cool coming into the restaurant. Did you look at the shelves? You gotta fight here, friend.
Yeah, you gotta fight
an
for the room.
upward battle.
Yeah, our shelf room isn't free. We don't let we don't carry a brand without them giving something back to us. So, and we're going to flip this whole conversation in a weird way. So Luca came in and dropped his card and was talking to Peyton back in the day. And Peyton had heard of Illadelph Vodka. I'm not going to lie. I think I'd heard of it, but had never seen it or anything. And I'm listening to Peyton in one ear, like, I'm like, oh, hi, Peyton. Whatever. Then he shows me the picture. Seriously. That right there is the bottle, and I'm going to move it later, but that is Illadelph Vodka. So immediately I'm intrigued. And I think it was the next day or the day after, and I reach out to my new friend, Luca, and we're texting, and we became texting buddies. I didn't know how far he was. I didn't know anything, but I gave him that little bit of, I'm interested, and he just bit like he should have as a businessman. And that was great, and I didn't know anything. And when I first saw you a picture of this, and I'll stop talking crazy in a second. I'm not going to lie. I saw that bottle, and the first thing I thought was, it looks like a non-bottle of vodka. Just saying, LCB. It looks really sexy. We have some really good-looking bottles. That bottle, I'm trying to understand what it might look like. I'm trying to up and down what it could. I can't quite put my finger on it of what it could be. But anyway, so Luca and I become these texting buddies. Finally, we meet. And I think we'd be friends if we weren't working together. I do.
Sure.
Like I'm not lying about that.
Yeah, I think we follow the same lineage with things.
I don't even like most people.
He doesn't.
Me either.
See,
He doesn't.
coming from a possible pothead, but whatever. So I get into it a little bit with texting him because I'm trying to understand the structure and where this vodka suddenly came from. And I tell him, I'm like, I'm not going to lie to you. I know you don't know who I am, but it looks like a bong, using 70s terminology, like I am. Not that I'm in my 70s. I
Break
Oh,
don't
out
mean
the
it like that.
flower child
Shut
outfits.
up. I would have worn a tie-dye
It's a bomb.
t-shirt today if I had one. But no. So I just tell him, and we're just texting, and he just comes clean. He goes, so here's what I really do. I own the distributing rights to this vodka, created in Philadelphia, blah, 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 blah. But my first day job started 22 years ago. Is that right? 22 years?
Yep, that's how long the company's been established. So.
Bro, tell me about Illadelph, because this is what you guys do. Or how do you describe it?
Yeah, it's been a slow evolution for those 22 years. This is our main product, and we offer a ton of variations, but we've basically evolved that product over all those years and try to make it as quality and efficient as possible.
I love that.
Yeah, that's our goal. So,
hypothetically, if you smoked when you were a child, hypothetically,
sure.
were you a bong guy?
Yeah, I mean, back then you were making things out of
Kind of.
anything you could, right?
Cutting the screen door
Yeah.
to make a screen
Yeah.
for my pipes back in
Or
the day.
stealing them out of the sink.
Sorry,
right?
Mom and Dad. I don't know where that hole in the screen came from. I still blamed it on the cat.
As long as it was stormy, that's fine.
But so back in the day, we had, in my day, bongs, water pipes. I was always that weird guy trying to be white trash bougie. I don't know what you want to call it. I had the kind that you would put champagne in, or Jack Daniels. Like one night we came back from the field, some of my army buddies and I, we were gone for probably a week or so. And you run out of everything, days in. No alcohol, no hypothetical smoke material. So you come home and we have this bong, we're putting Jack Daniels in it.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking that we're just, we're going to get double high, double drunk, whatever. So bongs nowadays have evolved.
Sure.
It's not just like this one little one that you used to see.
Mm-hmm.
They've evolved, and I've been to your Instagram. You have some amazing, beautiful product. Illadelph, just your logo is cool, and the way that you do it. I don't mean to turn this up and down like that.
Mm-hmm.
I just love that. I just think it's the coolest thing, and you guys have expanded. How did you start this, though? How did you decide, well, this is for me?
I got introduced to glassblowing at the age of 15, so it was easy to just grasp on.
So you were like me, either in high school or recently dropped out.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
I did go to a lot of school.
There we go. See, how did I know we were friends?
Back then it was easy. I didn't have any bills. I could just dedicate myself to this.
So can you blow? Can you blow shot glasses?
Yeah,
Can you
so
blow drink glass? Like
I started out in that artistic realm of glass blowing, and then I moved in college to scientific glass.
You
blowing.
went to college.
Yeah. So
What'd you go to school for?
You can go for scientific glass blowing, which would be making all the chemistry equipment for
That's what you went
a
for.
Chemistry lab. Yeah.
Like test tubes and
Yep, all that stuff.
okay,
Yeah, that's all made by
beakers
So
hand.
you helped create babies in test tubes? Oh no! Oh,
Possibly.
they're empty. Oh, I get it. I'm sorry.
he
I
was
didn't know
the
if
first step to the
Pre-filled.
baby.
I don't know. Dude, I don't have it. You know, I'm not
And I
smart
kind of
like y'all.
pioneered the road to incorporate that into glass pipes, that scientific background, and now it's kind of unanimous across the
So,
board.
what school did you go to?
It's there's
The
one
trade school, probably,
there's
right?
one school in the whole country, and it's in South Jersey. It's Salem Community College. So
Oh, I've heard of Salem.
yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. So they got the only scientific glassblowing.
So when you went to college, you were 18-ish, probably, right?
Yeah.
And you weren't going there in school to blow bongs.
I mean, they knew I was there,
But
but
what would you practice
They knew.
in school?
just scientific glassblowing, like
Bowls? I don't mean
Like
I don't mean weed bowls.
creating
But what would you create? That's
creating
the word.
simple to complicated chemistry apparatus, which sometimes entails lots of inner,
Like laboratory equipment, like
Yeah.
pipettes.
like a test tube is something basic, but then you have like inner seals and things.
So was that one of the first things that you would do were like test tubes, having to learn
Yeah,
to blow
sure,
a test?
sure,
Well,
but
that's what I
like-
mean. I don't know what the first things.
So like distillate
that they
equipment that has things running through it and needs to be cooled and
Yeah,
heated
yeah.
and separated. Yeah, all that is chemistry equipment that. Yeah.
Did you know that there was a school for that? I honestly didn't.
No, I mean, I know it comes from somewhere. I'm not gonna lie, I
Exactly
never
right.
really thought about
So,
where,
Yeah, a machine
where
can't
that
make all
comes
that.
from.
So yeah, humans make all that
Okay.
Well,
stuff.
I was a
Yep.
kid,
Huh, I never really
and
thought about it.
and the Truitts would like to go to Crystal Cave, which is Pennsylvania,
Uh-huh.
and then somewhere up there was also a glass blowing place, and I remember she had her one. They didn't drink, like they never drank, but she had wine glasses, and they saw them being made, so she was so proud of them. Fast forward, I joined the army, and I'm living in Germany, and you can watch everything being created. Glass boots that you drink beer out of,
Sure.
pewter, stuffed animal factories where they make the stuffed animal. Like I swear to God, there's whole tours for like the Americans and tourists, like, obviously, hence
The
tours.
tourist side of that, yeah.
Yeah, but that was the first as an adult that I ever saw glass being blown. And then I admit I was living in Germany and it was cheap, so I had a whole set of glasses being blown. Again, I didn't drink wine either, but I thought it would look cool in the china cabinet. Wine glasses, this and that. So, would your family ever say to you when you were young, Luca, what are you gonna make us today? A salad bowl, or
Like,
you know?
were you making your grandparents a set of wine glasses for Christmas?
Yeah, definitely. I delved into all
Yeah,
that stuff,
okay.
and that was the cover story in the beginning. Was that
But
I was going to be this glass
Absolutely.
artist?
That's how I
and,
read
But
that.
it's the sentimental like Christmas presents to begin. Like
Uh-huh.
I think some parents have. I know we have them in our like plate cabinet.
Yeah.
Like the plates you make
all that
as like
stuff
a
I had
kid.
created. Yeah. Oh,
but like even like
I know what you're
plates
talking
like
about,
I
yeah.
made in like kindergarten, like they're the really sweet like homemade plates. You just have homemade wine
The
glasses.
grandkids are out in
Yeah.
the garden. They're
Yeah.
handprints.
Okay, so I guess I've never thought about it. When you look at like one of those like beer steins that's ceramic, that's clearly made in like a studio with like clay.
You're talking about all
So,
the
like
beer
a-
steins in our house.
like a glass beer stein. Is that hand blown?
Yeah, definitely.
Never
and
thought
in the
about
town.
that.
Yo, and you know where they hand blew them at? Talking
Yeah.
about the ones in Germany. Every town had their own glass
But
blower.
I've never thought about
and
that.
their own beer. What do you call it? What's the word for the beer? They would create their own
Distillery?
beer.
Or,
No, it's a normal word, but it's all
Brewery.
Thank you. I'm hearing distillery, and I'm thinking distillate as I'm
welcome
looking
to
at this big.
the Idiot Show.
No, that's so cool. I figured you'd have a cover story because your parents and grandparents are going to be like, "What is this funny shape?"
Yep. Christmas balls was like the first,
So-
yeah.
Okay, candy dishes.
There you go. That's exactly what I was
Okay,
asking for.
Bowls, candy dishes.
So
Okay.
could you buy your own equipment when you were young and start like doing it in the garage or your bedroom,
Yes, that's
no
what I
one
did. I
looking?
borrowed the money off my dad, started in the garage at the age of 15.
Yeah,
And they got a little disappointed when they saw my goal was pipes, but they got
I
over
get
it.
that, I get
They
that.
got over that, you know what I mean? And we worked it out. And
where'd you grow up? What area?
Cheltenham's right north of Philadelphia.
That's right, because we were
Okay.
talking about the mall.
Yeah.
Right.
Right
So
there.
I love that they understood
Where'd you go to school? Then?
ultimately.
Cheltenham, and then
Cheltenham.
Come on.
eventually I went to Tyler. That was a great school of art right there, and that was nice. And then
School of Art.
yep,
So what did you want to do there?
Just get a background on everything, and
You a
honestly,
drawer? Because there wasn't a lot of.
they forced me to, and I learned it, and it was for the best.
Did you even have Apple IIs back in the day?
No, nothing.
Like in our day.
Yeah,
Is
no,
what, not our day, because I'm older than you. But I figured that you probably didn't have
no computers back then.
Macs where
Yeah.
MacBooks where you could draw on and nonsense.
But I'll be honest, the 2D, like the design art thing,
Yeah.
that helped me with my company a lot. Be able
Really?
to design logos and all that stuff.
So 15, what was the impetus there? Did you see, like, what really just set you off? Like me, guitar, I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. Baseball was kind of the Yankees, actually. Even though I lived in Philly, I heard the baseball lure of the romanticism of the New York Yankees as a child. But where would you see where you would get addicted to this? That this has become a thriving, massive business for you.
So I mean, when we're talking in 1995 when I started,
Okay, 5.
we're it's just such a small community of people that once someone found out that you could make a pipe, I mean, they would seek you out and try and
That's
buy.
awesome.
It was just so small and niche at the time. So
I haven't thought about this guy in for so long. Tommy Chong,
Yeah.
Cheech and Chong.
Mhm.
Didn't he do jail time for shipping innocently glass
Yeah, it was the
pipes
biggest
across state
fiasco.
line?
Yeah, for some reason the government every once in a while takes
It wasn't PA, the
takes it-
receiving state?
Yeah, you know a lot about
Ohio?
it. So,
Was
yeah.
it maybe?
No, you're right, PA.
Where'd they come from? It wasn't far. I forget. I'm thinking, why didn't they drive there? Or was it California?
Maybe it's California, but
Yeah, I would have thought Cheech and Chong, but
basically like a senator's daughter or son was doing pot, and they decided to make an example out of the glass pipe industry because they felt like it was too easy to
and
order
they
them
made
online.
and they thought poor Tommy Chong, they thought he was a massive name, and he was a massive name in the comedy world.
It's an easy way to make an example.
Yeah,
he was scapegoated.
and what a
It's an
chill
easy
dude.
example.
I think he served time even.
He
and-
did serve
Yeah.
time, and like one of the chillest dudes in the world. Cheech, Cheech is the one who broke up. I don't know why I'm going to talk about this. Broke up Cheech and Chong back in the day. And again, I'm such a pro marijuana guy. I had the album Big Bamboo. Do you know what I'm talking about? They had an album that flipped open, and there was a massive rolling paper
Yeah,
in
I
the
know.
album. Oh yeah, it was the greatest thing. But yeah, Tommy Chong, poor Tommy Chong, just trying to be a business guy.
Mhm.
Cheech broke up because he thought he was going to be a movie star,
Mhm.
and poor Tommy Chong stayed in the field like you're doing,
Mhm.
and just did something that so innocent.
I know. If you,
You know,
think about what's legal these days, and to go to
Bro.
jail over pipes is ridiculous. So.
yeah, I get that. So now you have a factory. Let's start there.
Yep.
You started as this 15-year-old kid in, what'd you say, in the garage?
Yeah, definitely.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Borrowing money from your dad.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, like, what did you need? What do you need? A tank? Some type of tank to blow fire?
Yeah, so you just need a torch
A tool, some type of torch tank is what I'm.
and a kiln
yes.
and some tools.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
But a torch that has to be big enough. And back then,
Yeah.
there wasn't as many Home Depots. There was Home Depot back then,
Uh-huh.
but they weren't on every street corner.
Sure.
So prices were probably still a little bit higher.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. And it's especially, did you break a lot? Were you ever able to use broken glass back into your shit?
No, I mean, back then I was a perfectionist and I had a trash can full.
You still are, I'm taking it.
Yeah, I mean, I had a trash
I
can
can
full
tell.
of stuff. People were like, why'd you throw this out? And I was like, it wasn't perfect. So, I just kept,
Really?
yeah, I just kept fighting for that idea.
And didn't want to give it to your friends, whatever, because then they see your imperfections in what you can do. You'd rather give them, or not that you're giving away, nonsense, but you'd rather give them one that's perfect.
Yeah,
They won't go, no, I don't want to trash this.
I'll just sit down again and make it again and then
Yeah,
try and get it
well,
perfect.
that's cool. That's cool as all get out.
Yeah.
Back in the day, how many were you able to produce a week? Like how long? What's the process like to making what you were doing 30 years ago? Not today. Yeah, 30 years
It
ago.
was all R&D back then, so it wasn't about quantity. It was
What do
about
you mean R&D?
well, just research and development. Just
Gotcha.
trying new ideas and seeing where I could
I
take
picked
it.
my nose. I
I've,
don't always know what R&D
yeah,
means.
you're good. I mean, my company's actually established a decent amount of technology, like invented things, you know, that
Yeah.
you might not remember unless you were with us 5, 10 years ago, but we have designs that, the reason I went to scientific college was to make a coil condenser. So that's like a coil that
Okay.
you chill in the freezer.
Yeah.
It cools down the temperature of the
course.
smoke. This
Of course.
is healthier for you, you know, at this point. So like I've invented things that can actually enable you to smoke in a
You
better
didn't
way.
invent that, did you?
Well, no, it was already in the scientific industry.
Okay.
I was the one that brought it to the pipe world.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome.
And now China makes them, and they're in the gas station up the street from me.
How does that make you feel as a American? I don't know, a capitalist. I don't know what to call you. How does that make you feel though? Because when we were walking down here, one of the things you did mention was about China.
Yeah, sure.
And just how they're trying to blow up your industry with oversat. I don't know if it's
They're not even trying. They already
oversaturation.
did it. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's too bad. My industry basically got wiped out in the last few years. A lot of glassblowers lost their jobs, lost their security, everything, due to China's cheap prices and America's need for cheap products.
Well,
really.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, when we started to become friends, and I looked you up on Instagram, and I looked up Illadelph. What's the Instagram handle? It's like Illadelph Glass.
Illadelph Glass, yeah.
Right. And like 127,000 followers. How's he never popped up in my algorithm? Not that I look at pot places or bong places or vape places, because I don't.
Sure.
Because what I really want to show up in my algorithm are restaurants, bars, not even our customers. I hate to say that. I want almost competitors, so I keep up with the Joneses.
Makes sense.
So I found you guys that time, and I was like, oh, wow, 127,000 or whatever it was. And then I found some of the people that are following him, 80,000 followers. Now I'm going, what the hell, man? They have so many followers, and now he's telling us that China oversaturated that part of the market. You were telling me something about the algorithm earlier. What were you telling me about that? How you got pushed out, or
Yeah, a lot of things went backwards for glass blowers and pipe makers, and one was Instagram. They separated themselves from the cannabis community.
that's what it was you
Yeah,
were telling
so
me.
They really want no part of it, and they won't put you in their algorithm if you're cannabis related. You can't even hashtag things like 420 or weed, and you'll get shadow banned. You know, so you really got to mind your business with Instagram and pertain to their laws. But
I get it.
After putting a lot of advertising into them, it was kind of just one of those things that the pendulum swayed back, and the pipe industry lost a lot in the last few years.
That
so.
sucks. How do you, other than we'll talk about our new bromance, how do you get that back? If you have
Just hang in there.
Good.
You
I love your
survive.
attitude with that.
Yeah.
I love your hustle with that too,
Yep,
Luca. Because that's a big ass country, and when they focus on certain things, it works. I mean, the gaming world. I don't even know. I should ask Terry. You know, they have all these. You know, Mario Brothers. Back in the day, they owned Nintendo and based out of Seattle back then. That's how they were able to buy teams like the Seattle Mariners, pay Ken Griffey Jr.'s salary. Nintendo, what are all those brands? But when Japan and China wants to invade and take over certain things, they can. So you just have to hang in there now. That's what you're telling us.
I made it this far.
Well, dude, I absolutely have. And again, that's how we met, because you're hustling. And we'll get to the Illadelph Vodka, because that's how we truly met, was the vodka. So you you're starting a garage. Now you have a whole factory. Where's your, I don't want to tell where your factory is, but it's local.
Yeah, I've been in Manayunk my whole life.
Yeah,
I was like right in the middle, and now I'm down by the river, and it's real nice. Yeah.
And you actually have a retail, John, in Delaware.
Yep. Yeah, we got a gallery there still.
That's crazy.
Been there about 5 years. Yeah.
So if I walked into your gallery right now, and I've already stalked you and all the pictures and everything, what am I going to see in your gallery?
I mean, we have some real nice cases set up with
Like I've never been in your gallery, and I'm walking in as a fresh head.
You'll see a wall full of these pieces, and that's our basic production. But every variation and style you could want, you're gonna see custom pieces in big solid glass cases that.
Who works for you? Who's selling all these? products?
I've
Who's in your stores?
Yeah, I got gallery managers and people doing great jobs.
Pothead, and I don't mean that bad.
Yeah, no.
People that understand.
Yeah, the demographics like college age, but then the connoisseurs sometimes
Could be my age, as long as they're like a connoisseur, like you're saying.
20 to 50-year-old people will easily come in and buy.
Me, who loves, hypothetically, medical marijuana. We'll say medical.
Yep.
I'm not all that, like, the bongs have gotten and the water pipes have changed so much nowadays. You have it, blah, blah, blah. This part pops out. It didn't used to pop out back in the day. And I'm watching my friends go, what are they doing? I don't want to act like I don't know what I'm doing. Like,
I have no clue what's happening.
These are the basis of scientific glass blowing. It's ground glass joints that interfit with each other. So in chemistry, you need these same type of seals. Yeah.
And then some of them, you have that part that removes. And I was stalking his stuff. He's got one. He probably's got a million of them. Then this top part comes off.
So that was the coil condenser I was referring to. Yep.
And that's the baddest shit, dude.
And I use one of those every day, to be honest. Yeah.
Is that what you are hypothetically with your medical marijuana? Because I know you have a card, as I do.
Yep.
Is that what you use? Are you a glass guy? Do you feel it's more natural to you? Is it instead of a paper, whether it's raw, easy wider?
If you have some medicine that tastes great, and you have some clean glass, it's going to work great together. You're going to get that full flavor out of it and really understand.
I want to believe that. I do. And growing up, like I said, different places, you had like one of those little 2.5-inch bongs with not bongs, the pipe. It was probably red wrapped around. And you can just hide it in your pocket real fast. Again, I'm a paper guy and have been that way. But since we've been talking, I'm like, oh man, look at some of these. I used to have a really cool one way before her. It was a music note.
All right.
And the top popped off. And it was just a big black music note. The top popped off, and that's where the bowl was right there. Where was the stem? I guess it came out of the top part of the cleft part of the thing. So what's some of the crazier designs that you guys do? Do you do custom?
Yeah, we've made a ton of artwork over the years.
Yeah.
We've collabed with artists.
What if somebody wants a car? A Porsche?
Sometimes those things are difficult.
No, I would imagine.
There's definitely glass artists that have done things along those lines and done great.
Yeah.
I've
never seen one like that. I'm just curious, asking.
Sometimes
a skull.
Yeah.
Couldn't that be a skull right there?
Yeah, I've definitely done some skull pieces. I like to pick a theme and then decorate the piece in it as best I possibly can. One of my favorite themes, I've done little glass fetuses that fit inside. I've done like alien hieroglyphics to match and crazy stuff like that. That's my favorite stuff. I don't get around to very often.
Hi, Kaitlyn. Want to talk aliens?
No.
We can talk moon landing.
No, thank you.
That's what the astronauts said. Let's just move on.
So you've done an entire conspiracy theory line is what I'm hearing.
I just wanted to be able to say that we didn't land on the moon. I just wanted to be very clear about it.
It's not a conspiracy. I've seen the aliens. I went out to New Mexico. They were there. Yeah.
They're there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Area 51. So what's the greatest alien medical marijuana movie ever? Paul.
God damn it.
It's about
I don't know.
It's about a pot smoking alien.
That's nice.
And Seth Rogen is his voice.
All right, that's
he
funny.
watched this movie every night for like, I swear, 6 months straight.
If it was in rotation still on cable, I'd still watch it.
Oh my God.
It's just so great.
God.
Surprised I don't know about this.
I didn't know about it. And it's one of those things that I would go,
Save
I'm
yourself.
never going to watch that.
Don't look it up.
Oh, no, because once you hypothetically are feeling good and you watch this and you're just crying, laughing, then it's the greatest background because they're playing Marvin Gaye in it.
And I can attest to crying, laughing.
All right.
He would come out of the room hyperventilating, crying, laughing. They just.
I have a Paul shirt.
What?
Nice.
I have a Paul. I think I used to wear it on stage.
You did.
I have a Paul shirt that I used to wear on stage. I did.
My God.
Yeah.
You and the dogs.
But he's been at the Area 51, so he's got me beat. Because I believe in aliens, and I just, I think we could just smoke them up.
They're among us.
They might be chill. So your store, where is it located in Delaware? So people can go make some money here.
We're down on Chapel Street in Newark, Delaware.
Is that a shopping center? Because I haven't been there
yet.
yet.
We have a shopping center right there, right off Main Street, Chapel Street.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, I love that because this podcast travels very far. Almost 2.1 feet that way.
So it's almost to the Green Lane Bridge.
Oh, no. It doesn't go that far. And then Shores Lane. Wait, are we past Shores? Or is that Shores?
That's true.
Yeah, and we go to Shores Lane. No, we have the whole area covered.
We've been in Manayunk a good long while. We still don't know what the streets are.
Yeah,
still don't know where they are.
And we don't even reach out to
Don't
them.
even bother. It doesn't.
Don't even
The
bother.
Big Hill.
So,
You know how long it took me to figure out that the Big Hill was Shores Lane?
have you been in the new dispensary on Main Street? Not the vape shops.
I've seen it.
They're very nice. I've talked to them online. They don't sell, they're not medical marijuana. So it's like you and I talked about way back. I think Kratom, probably CBD type.
I believe there's
stuff.
hemp variations of cannabis that are,
Yeah,
that
there's
are, that are
number.
legal.
So
THCA and all those things. Yes.
Yes. Like hypothetically, we were talking about that vape that we were talking about before, not the one that I just dropped. Not the Stillet. What was it? What did you say it was? We figured
Rosin?
it out. The resin. It was like 1.27 THC, but it's like 28% something THCA.
All right.
You know what I mean? In that one little
exactly. That's
2 gram
That's
thing.
that legality loophole.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Or
So
they should just make it federally legal and make it easy on everyone, right?
So I feel that way. I
Yeah.
mean, the money, and her and I have talked about this for years. And again, doctor, and I'm gonna break HIPAA. She's never smoked marijuana in her life.
Nope.
Okay, that's not really breaking
That's
HIPAA.
admirable.
Never.
To be
never
a doctor
been my
and to
thing.
be
Yeah, but
dedicated,
the
that's
one
great.
thing that I've always talked to
Never been
her
my thing.
about it is
Big advocate for it.
what, of course, especially for towns. The very first town out in Colorado, you and I were talking about it. Pueblo had no books, teachers weren't getting paid, schools had holes in the roof. This is all out in Colorado, just a rundown town that we hear about out here and just think, oh, it's a town. It's probably cool. Great tacos or something. No, the town went to shit. The town became the best town for the longest time in all of Colorado because of the tax money that it was bringing in from legal marijuana. And thank God, maybe somebody was stealing some money, but somebody was in a position enough that somebody, especially like you, would appreciate all those books, all those schools fixed, all those teacher salaries, all those hospitals that could afford not one nurse per every 2 days,
As someone
but a
who's
nurse a shift. And then,
been a teacher and is now a doctor.
That's why I said a teacher. and
Coming
then
from that, like, you know what a textbook costs in theory because you know what it costs as a student if you lose a textbook. It's $80 if you lose a math textbook. One math textbook is $80 if you lose it. Now, granted, it's probably costing the school only $40 because they're getting them in bulk per textbook, and the school's now making $40 off of you to go buy the next textbook. So now they're buying 2 because you lost 1. But
you'd have all
fair.
that not surplus
Fair.
of money.
But also from the kid who, when I was in elementary school, was displaced for most of my 4th grade year because they hired people to put a new roof on our school and they left holes in it and we got sent like 4 towns over. Remember that?
I remember that.
I'd never taken a school bus in my life. And now they're shipping me out on like a 30-minute bus ride to a new elementary school.
To a school that was only 10 minutes away.
Yeah, because they hired
Yeah.
contractors to put a new roof on our school. Worst contractors ever, apparently. They left the roof open, didn't even tarp it. Torrential downpours. It was like maybe right as Katrina was hitting this coast. And like the aftermath of Katrina was hitting Pennsylvania.
They had
And
bad medical marijuana.
like our school got broken for 7 months, 8 months,
Yeah,
an
but
entire
so-
school year.
Terrible.
So yes,
Think about that money
think
that
about
could have fixed
that
immediately.
tax money that could have fixed
Instead
the
of
school.
those people that live in the town who like
getting
me, for
their
example.
taxes jacked.
I don't even have children in the school system anymore, and I pay that school tax
taxes.
in a very high because of the school system.
Yes.
So but that's cool. And I just wish that if they would go legal recreation, businesses like yours could thrive a lot easier.
Think about what we could do for all of Philadelphia.
Well, of course.
All of.
Well, that's a whole that's a marijuana debate, which I love.
Think about what we could do for all of these schools in Philadelphia. And I did one of my field works in a school in Philadelphia that could seriously benefit from that tax money. That could
Dude, who couldn't? So
benefit.
Jersey went legal.
Yep.
A couple months ago.
Yeah, at least.
And I don't mean legal. I mean recreational.
Recreational, yep.
And from what I hear through the grapevine, their product sucks.
Yeah, it's mid-level. They are the largest
It's mid.
cannabis selling state in the country right now.
Right.
Yeah.
You and I talked about that before.
Yeah, so
Where does do you know where PA ranks with that? Because I don't.
very low. We're just medicinal. So
Because it's only medicinal.
yeah, it's limiting.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
I know it's on the ballot. I think it's going to get passed in the next year for Pennsylvania.
Do you know what Ohio currently is?
No.
I don't know. I don't know currently, but I'll tell you a funny story about that I've already talked about on the podcast once before. But I was going to try to buy a pot farm. Well, we kind of bought a pot farm, but they weren't legalizing it yet.
All right.
They got to the steps of the Capitol,
Mhm.
and they were going to push rec through the same day as medical, and they got cold feet for both.
Wow.
Yeah. And then for those of us that were investing in all those acres to hire smart people like you, possibly, who would grow possible good product and whatnot. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, PA medical is very mid.
Mm-hmm.
It's very mid. I haven't tried Jersey at all yet.
Sure.
As we've talked off camera, not that they ever cross state lines, because I've been to Colorado. For example, edibles, I won't say the word, he doesn't know, are better out in Colorado. I don't know why. Maybe they're better in California, but you also know guys out in the hills
Mm-hmm.
out there, that growers, right?
Yeah, sure.
And what were you telling me? They just stopped giving a shit to a degree?
I mean, it's just such a cutthroat market. Everybody's trying to. It was the green rush 10 years ago. and
Yeah.
Everybody's after that life where they just want to produce and make money, you know. But it's too competitive. So
That is crazy.
yeah,
Well, it is competitive. And I think probably that's why maybe you were keeping your ears and eyes open. I want to hear this story and how you got into it with now Illadelph Vodka. Like, that bottle is so badass. And now I can legitimately talk about it. When I saw the picture of it that day, the first thing I thought of was, oh, it looks like a bong. That's what Peyton says. Oh yeah, I've seen it in a couple of the bars, and it looks like a bong. I'm like, that's my demographic. It's not like I have all potheads, but people are tired of whispering nowadays. We celebrate 420 as a restaurant in Manayunk, and in 2024, last year, no, 2025, we did it this year. Obviously, it was on Easter Sunday this year. But we're the only business in all of Manayunk that celebrates it. There's 2 vape shops. They barely mention it.
Mm-hmm.
And we were tagging them in all of our posts because we didn't have a big plan like we have coming up that we'll talk about in a minute. But it's not that hush-hush as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
Now, I have a liquor license, so I don't even know how that would pertain. I'm allowed to vape. I could probably sit here and smoke a bowl and what. And I'm not going back to work, so I'm legal. But like, if you walk by our restaurant all day long, you smell one of 2 things: tacos or weed, because people are just smoking constantly. But the city is not benefiting from it except for that small tax money wise. So again, we're the only one that celebrates it or promotes it. And then we found you. And I'm like, where's he been all my life? And then you and one of your partners, Vlad, right?
yeah.
Vlad.
That's funny.
What's that?
Illadelph Vodka. Vlad. That's what we all drank in college. Vlad.
I definitely
Yeah,
drank the
Vladdy
plastic
vodka.
bottle of
Vlad vodka.
Vladimir.
Where did you come up
Vladimir,
with, and I
That's
know it
funny.
was years ago, who came up with Illadelph?
That was me like 25 years ago. Just
Do you see the
slang
some
for
of the
Philadelphia.
similarities in him and I?
Yes.
Like, I love that name. And that was also, everyone knows me, so I'll tell the truth. I was practicing last night because I keep saying Elfia every time, and I'm saying it in front of him. So last night, I'm like this, Illadelph, Illadelph, Illadelph. I'm like, Illadelph, Illadelph, Illadelph. Like, I'm counting.
It's a speech thing with him. We like to add syllables. We like to add letters that aren't there. Sometimes we take away letters. Sometimes we take away whole syllables and words. So what he didn't want to say was edibles. He said edibles because what you and I might call a gummy, like a gummy bear, he's going to call a goomy bear. A goomy. Or a documentary.
Let's talk about this. Change the subject.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's talk about the first time. Wait, am I allowed to with you? Well, let's just not. So here's something that happened in my life once. The first time I ever made edibles. I don't know who was in my house. I'm not sure. I probably made 400 of them.
All right.
Because I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
But
We bought all these trays of like, you know.
So he's a man who freshly has his medical, and he's like, well, I don't know what the hell to do with this. I'm like, well, I know how to work in a kitchen. I'll say it. I don't want any of it, but like, sure, you need something made.
Yeah,
I'll figure it out.
No. I did the infuser. I was the infuser guy.
You did the infuser, and then he gave me oil and butter and said,
hypothetically, because she used gloves.
Make me gummy bears. And he hands me the world's tiniest gummy bear mold. And there has to be 100 gummy bears per mold. And it looks like the Haribo gummy bear.
I'm not lying.
And
she made 400 gummies.
Oh, it was more than 400. It was, you said gummies. Good
I
for
heard
you.
myself.
Take a shot.
Thank you.
It was over 400 gummies. And he's just sitting there. He's like, they're so small. I'm like,
Jello.
I don't
So
know
used
what
Jell-O.
the.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
you
made
use, like,
oil. Infused oil.
Because what do normal people have in their kitchen? They
Either
have,
oil or butter.
Well,
I
no,
infuse oil
they
and
have
butter.
the machine that makes the
Correct.
oil and butter because
Correct.
that's normal kitchen equipment these days.
It takes about 3 hours to process.
And sheets that I think went to I think you got them on Amazon, but you can probably get them on at Michael's to make literal Haribo gummy bears.
Yeah. Hasbro.
I was ready to kill him because you have to sit there with a pipette and fill each individual bear
You probably go
with
nuts
this
after,
Jello
like,
mixture.
50
First of
them,
all,
yeah.
I was like,
They
I'm gonna
tasted
kill
horrible.
him. I'm gonna kill him.
They tasted horrible. And I just felt obligated because I used 7 grams of Lucky Charms. I ground it up. I ground it myself back
All
then.
he did the whole time was tell me how awful these gummy bears tasted. And I was like, you better just shut up. I just spent like
I became a
18
perfectionist.
hours
I
in the
got-
kitchen making gummy bears.
No, I make
I don't
great
care how awful they
chocolate
taste.
cookies. Well, I make good butter.
Eat them. Just eat the damn gummy bears. And then we decided what brownies was the better
Yeah, but
option.
again, PA. So this is a perfect kind of segue back into being legal in PA. I learned how to make what I wanted. I didn't want to be all kinds of high. I didn't want to be wrecked. Or like, if I wanted these cookies to get me wrecked, fine. But I wanted these cookies to keep me feeling nice. No pain, no stress, energy, blah, 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 blah. You know, so I learned that. And if
You
PA
lose
would
the
adopt
strains.
the recreational, you'd have so many smart people like Luca that could then create new businesses, even like consulting businesses or this
Think
or that.
about the food truck where you could go and just show your medical card and say, I want a cupcake.
No.
Okay.
Give me a cupcake.
I want
Instead
an
of going to
eighth of strawberry bubble gum
It's like
and a cheesesteak.
going to the bar and showing your ID. Here's my ID, here's my medical, and here's my credit card. I want a cupcake that is a sativa. Give me it.
Correct. So-
That'd be a great food truck.
So China comes in, they do all this nonsense. How did you, and I'm going to say luck, and I don't mean luck in a bad way. How did you get involved with the vodka and putting your name on that? I love that.
some guys came to me with the idea. I'd done business with them for like many years.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, the distiller.
yeah, City.
What's it called? You can shout them out.
City Distillery. down
Absolutely,
State
let's
Road.
shout
So-
them out.
Yeah, so
City Distillery.
at first I'm like, maybe it's a stretch, but then when I thought about it, I took maybe over 100 hours to design that bottle.
Really?
Yeah, we prototyped it. We made it multiple times. We did a lot to get every single feature on it perfect.
I love that bottle.
I drink vodka a lot, so the vodka inside it is definitely premium. It's organic, it's kosher, it's gluten-free, it's whatever. But when we taste tested it against Grey Goose, Belvedere, all those brands, like our vodka is just as smooth, if not smoother than all the premium brands.
It is. I did a shot earlier, and I don't do shots of vodka. I do shots of, which I don't know where Fireball is. It this side or this side?
Your left hand.
I do shots of Fireball because, again, they're one of our, we'll figure that out. But I love that. And so I tasted it for the first time today, and then I cheated. I put it in Red Bull, which it's higher end than Red Bull. What's my girly? Like when we go to a country club, what do I drink?
Nice little screwdriver.
Yeah, I'm a vodka and orange juice kind of guy. I can't wait to try that with some good orange juice. Restaurant Depot today didn't have any when I did my. You saw that
I
they
did.
were out of it.
I was like writing up an eval.
Like,
I was
why
like,
is he
why is my
getting-
phone vibrating
Why
like
is he getting
insane?
orange juice suddenly?
I'm like, oh look, it's a
Because
restaurant
I knew I was going to
Depot.
break it out tonight. And if I don't like something, I'll be nice, but I won't push it. I cannot wait to push this. We time-wise, I'm looking at the time because I have a couple things I got to say business-wise. Let's go with why we also have Buzzball sitting right there. I'm going to probably go all out of order. I know this is weird. Buzzball has nothing to do with Illadelph. It's got nothing to do with Illadelph Glass Company. Buzzball is here because they have the coolest name of anything like that other than Illadelph.
It's a buzz-worthy
Dude,
name.
I love saying balls. So it's like it gives me like free reign to say balls. So we came up with this crazy idea.
I love it here.
Again, that deity, that guy that goes by the name of God, whatever, on 420 this year, he felt he would put Easter. Still makes no sense to me. So we did our 420, was the 26th or the 27th with the
26th.
bands and stuff.
26. That's
It was
Saturday.
cool. It was a great time. Our usual cast of characters, sponsors, and this and that. We didn't know Illadelph. We didn't know. And when you look at that bottle, back to the bottle, it just looks like a bong. And him and I are talking, and I'm just going, how can I spitball this into something big? How can I bring in X amount of bottles to make it worthwhile? So here's what we came up with. October 18th, halfway to 420. We're going to have our own party once again. And it's going to be a blowout. It's going to be the culmination of a week. We are doing so much together that we have created Illadelph Week. They are coming in that week. What's it, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13. I think it's October 13th. Starting that Monday. They are our house vodka for the week. Everyone's like, really? How come Wheatley's not in the house vodka for the week? You guys are in business with Wheatley. So here I am promoting a vodka on a podcast paid for by a vodka company. Says the guy who used to wear Tito's, Crystal Head Skull vodka, blah, 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 blah.
Rebel.
So in true fashion, as we announced October 18th, halfway to 420, and all of our sponsors, everyone knows, Wheatley's always my vodka. This is our very last Wheatley vodka podcast. We are still great friends with them. We love working with them. But this is it. And I'm shouting them out. And they told me I could do anything I wanted. And they were so nice today. They put in all these Eagle sweatshirts. they're trying They're trying to do the thing, and I love that. And I'm just like, I have to do this, guys. This is just something that I feel in my bones about my demographic, about who I am, about who LaRocca is, how I talk. I talk in tongues sometimes because I can't say certain things. For example, we're going to be having a drink on October 18th. Liquid marijuana. I'm going to say this one time and one time only. There's no marijuana in it, sadly. It's a drink. It's a mixed drink, but it's called liquid marijuana.
I like it.
And it goes with our 420, plan. Munchie platters. We're going to bring back our famous munchie platter, which is munchies for two of yous. And it only costs $8.40. So if you want to split it, obviously you know how much it is. So on October 18th, we are going to do the culmination of Illadelph Week. I am so excited to bring in your vodka.
Thank you, Stephen.
You guys are so nice. I've texted with Vlad. I haven't met Vlad yet. You and I are, again, even if we weren't in business now, we would be friends. We just would be. We have a lot of same ideals, I feel. Different things like that. Good business. I hate what the industry has done to you, and it's doing it to lots of businesses. So on October 18th, we're bringing in all the cool things. All the cool kids are going to be here. Buzzballs. We're going to have the coolest drinks, and we're going to sell the cans individually with a great price. We're going to try to stay towards the tequila because some of them are tequila and vodka or either or, but we're going to try to stay there. Our 420 sponsor since 2020 has been High Noon. It just makes tongue-in-cheek sense. It's High Noon, stupid. But what we're going to do on October 18th is we are going to push the tequila versions. Tequila and lemonade. They came out with all these types. We just wanted a bunch of them to try them so that we can get ready. Wheatley Vodka won't be there that day. Corazon Tequila will be there that day as they are kind of friends with Wheatley. So that's us being nice to our business partners. Like I would never cut somebody off at the nuts like that. That's not true. If I liked them, I wouldn't. So we're blowing this up. You and I came in, and I don't know if you ever ran into somebody like me or not. I had ideas. Just as we're talking, I'm coming up with ideas. You left me after we had a meeting, and I couldn't help but text you saying, Illadelph tacos.
It's so funny.
Illadelph tacos. We're going to come up with Illadelph. I don't know if I'm going to braise food and I don't know. We're going to figure it out. But we're going to do some cool shit. What? You got some ideas, don't you?
Cheesesteak
Cheesesteak.
tacos.
Dude, I
said
said that.
Yeah.
I said that to him. Oh, dude. How funny is that?
Cheesesteak tacos.
Hello.
Whiz-wit out.
That's a dude. And I'm
I've
so
never been done.
excited. What other
never been
brands
done,
am I
but-
leaving out? Fireball. Fireball will be there, obviously, because they're great friends of ours. And I've already mentioned all these awesome sponsors. It happens, I don't know, something's going on in Manayunk that day. We're not involved. They don't involve us. So they're doing something big. It's in the newspapers, on TV, whatever. And I believe they even say everybody's involved except for LaRocca. I think they actually say those words nowadays. So funny. But we're also going to have live music. Lisa Chavez coming back. I almost don't want to say this one thing because I'm trying to bring this back that we haven't seen in so long. I'm trying to set up an Illadelph DJ battle so they can be the Illadelph DJ for 1 month at LaRocca. That every week we're going to run a special on Illadelph after we do this October 18th day. And we're going to have a DJ who wins the DJ off or spin off, whatever we're going to call it. I want DJ Elliott. I want DeBellis. I want Hogan. I want all these guys. I'm still trying to figure out how we're going to pick the winner or loser. We came up with another idea, which I don't think we're going to do yet, about another business on the street that we love. And it's not like I don't want to give them love, but I want to involve them, maybe a couple bartenders, and we make a couple drinks. But I think we're going to have so much going on that day, Luca, that because we're going to have all kinds of free shit. I'm hoping we're going to have conversations if we can maybe possibly figure out some glass blowing, or at least some cool bongs that are going to be themed for the day. You know what I mean? I will obviously buy one that we will figure out a very cool way to raffle off, and then give the other money and feed a bunch of first responders on Fridays.
I like that idea.
Yeah, bro. Oh, I got ideas for days to do stuff like that. But I'm so glad, because I wouldn't have been able to find you if it wasn't for the vodka.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him earlier, I'm like, so it's organic? He said, we just use the best stuff. And again, what's the distillery place again?
City Streets Distillery.
City Streets. And I don't mean to...
And where are they?
Yeah, where are they?
State Road, Northeast.
So we love them. At first I think Luca was scared, going, oh, well, it's a competitor to a degree, or this. Now, I don't feel, you'll learn this about me. I don't have competitors on this street, at least, and in anybody that we do business with. Tequila Amore up the street, we are so different from them, and we love everything that they do. They're not my competition. Mm-hmm. Who else is in Cactus? They do some Mexican food. They just do it differently. They're not my competition. Yep. They're all bringing people to our street. Mm-hmm. That's the way I see it. They don't all feel that. Not the restaurants that they don't all feel that way, but people from the street don't all see it that way, that we're good for the street. But this day, October 18th, we're going to be so good for the street. We're going to have the live music. Like I said, Lisa Chavez, she's amazing. They play a bunch of old Motown and stuff like that. Cool. Music, you just want to sit there and go, yeah. Put it this way, they're indica music. Yeah, in the couch. The DJ battle, I have plans. I want to have a whole DJ spinoff just to make a crazy day. We're going to have the big high noon can so that we can have the tequila high noons in there. We're going to have, we've already made a deal. We are buying so much Illadelph vodka in those bottles. I'm not going to say what possibly could happen to the bottles once they're done, but people will be able to at least ask what's going on, or what trash can are we putting them in when we throw them out at night. I'll let you know which recycling can, blah, blah, blah. We'll find out, because I don't want to ask certain questions in a podcast, because we talk about everything. We've talked about marijuana. We've talked about everything. The only thing that I ever even get nervous about is my liquor licenses, because you never want to chance that. But man, I would just love to have, and it's legal. There's guys that buy bottles from places, hypothetically, and they like Clase Azul, like good bottles, and they make the most beautiful water bongs out of them.
Really?
You take a bottle of tequila that's, say, $400, and they're just putting a stem on it or base, whatever they're doing. I don't know. So I'm excited of the things that you and I are going to hopefully create and come up with over the next month, because I'm so excited. Schultz, he's never seen our 420s. He's never seen some of the events. He came by. He was like, I was going to come see you the other night. It was a Friday night, but I couldn't get in.
No.
It was packed.
It looked tough, yeah.
Yeah, but
That's a good thing, though.
I want to put
Bar
all
to
those
wall
eyes
and
on
shoulder
him.
to shoulder.
I want to be able to go local. I want to be able to have a local vodka, local friends that produce product. And ultimately, they're going to be in all the stores, 750 milliliters, liter bottles, and 1.75 bottles, ultimately.
Yep.
The bottles are great. They got to be careful with the state, yada, 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 but they're available. Will anybody that ever reaches out, any of the restaurants or bars that I'm very friendly with, anybody that wants to reach out how to get a hold of Luca, I will easily tell you. so that we can just get all this business on them. And I didn't mean to take up the front of this desk today with the buzz balls as well, but they're just so cute making that pyramid. And I think
The OCD didn't take over to make that at all.
dude, I'm glad that I figured out that it took 6 to make it. I would have been like, where do you put the 2 green? Wait, there's an extra red. Shit.
This is why we let the
Thank God.
OCD one
Well,
make
dude, I
it.
can't do a 10-piece puzzle. You guys used to do these 5,000-piece puzzles.
I still would if I felt like I could stay awake or sit up that long to do it.
I can't do any of that nonsense. So
It's so satisfying.
October 18th is going to be awesome. And with that, yes, no more Wheatley podcast. So how are we going to promote this? I'm going to tell you, camera looking right at me. Here's how we're going to promote this. You want to figure out what the future is with these podcasts? Because I'm saying certain words. You need to follow our Instagram. LaRocca, is it MNYK? Yeah. LaRocca, MNYK is our stupid handle. I don't know. But I get yelled at. I've been yelled at. We've both been yelled at by Wheatley Vodka. And we didn't do it tonight. We were going to. I was going to do it. They always spell our name wrong. They always spell my name wrong.
Huh.
They call me Steve. They call me Steven with a V. They call, they call, like, I don't know. So we worked with one guy one day, and it wasn't a, I don't even think that podcast ever aired. But tonight we were going to come in with masking tape and just write our names on the masking tape and wear it so that, and anybody who's watching knows what our real name is. But that's the essence of our stupid Setting the Record Straight podcast with my doctor daughter.
Welcome to the Idiot Show.
Welcome to the Idiot Show. Welcome back from vacation. I missed you, and I don't even think I got to tell you that in person because I haven't seen you for the most part.
I hit the ground running.
And last night, by the time you got home, I was asleep. I can't even believe I even knew that you were.
You were out cold. The dog was out cold. I was like, well, this is a nice welcome home. The house is dark. This is
No,
cool.
I left the kitchen light
You
on.
left the kitchen light on. The house is dark. I walk upstairs. The dog's laying like this.
Was
And
he in bed with me or on the floor?
No, he was on the floor, and he was facing the door with his face between his paws like he does. It's the best thing he does. And he just opens his eyes and he looks at me. He's
What are you
like,
doing
what?
home?
What? And he picks his head up. He's like, holy, what? How did I miss this? I'm like, oh, okay, pal. And then he comes downstairs and he wants to go outside, and then he wants a treat, and then he wants to go back to bed. I was like,
Can I not change the
Used and
subject? And
abused.
we're segueing out. Can I tell you one of my favorite TikTok things that I see right now
my God,
is the
TikTok.
dogs on the podcast. I just can't
Dogs on
stop
the podcast?
laughing. The 2 dogs. My mom said to me, "Oh, you're so cute. Rub my belly." I don't care how cute you think I am. Just give me a treat.
Give me a
It's
treat.
just stupid shit.
My favorite thing
I just
right now
crack
is
up.
watching Levi the Husky about to have twin babies come home. I can't wait to see how that happens. Sorry.
Wait,
We're a husky
Levi, who
family. We've
came
always
from
had huskies.
Iran? Or-
Yes.
She's pregnant?
with twins. And he has a furry little sister, Smuckers.
I know that. Yeah, they adopted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew the adoption.
So she's pregnant with twins and like maybe 4 weeks out from having these babies. And he
Question.
now sleeps between the empty cribs.
Is she only a content creator?
I don't know.
I
They
think
never talk about their real jobs because maybe they're violating HIPAA. Who knows?
because I think she is a husky content
she
creator.
is. She runs classes.
Well, that's what
For
I'm saying.
people that
Yeah, but like
be
I'm saying,
like
she doesn't have a
dog mom
She doesn't have a
content creators.
business. She doesn't have a
Yeah.
restaurant. She doesn't have.
No, she
Like, that's
literally
her
runs
business.
like
That's pretty
online
cool.
seminars for how to be.
I could stay home and play with my dog.
creator
You know what though? I
by
get
spending
annoyed
time with her dog.
when I try to film shit with me and him. I get annoyed because he doesn't like. He knows
He
what.
doesn't respond like Levi would respond,
He's such a douchebag. But he's my baby.
as he wouldn't
Are you a
look at me
dog
as I
guy,
was leaving
cat guy,
today.
anybody, any
Yeah, I
kind
like
of.
dogs.
Oh
Dogs.
yeah.
I was about to say,
Yeah, we're dog
rabbits?
idiots.
I don't know.
Yeah. Rabbits. Let's not talk about Wendy the rabbit.
Let's
That's
not.
a
Let's
rabbit.
not talk about Kaitlyn's first experience with discovering a dead body.
But we took care of the dead body.
As my father, okay. Let's talk about Wendy for 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
So one day, I go
Uh-oh.
outside to feed Wendy her dinner.
Oh, no.
And I take her dinner in her cage outside. Wendy. Wendy, I'm in fourth grade,
no.
mind you. I don't know the rabbit's dead. I think she's napping. Walk inside to my mom. I'm like, Mommy, Wendy won't wake up from her nap to eat her dinner. This damn rabbit. She's like, let's wait for your father to get home. Maybe he can wake her up. He comes home. And then and you hear the whispers. As a kid, you hear the whispers, you know, you're not supposed to hear. And all you hear is
Stiff as a board.
And I'm like, yeah, go wake that rabbit up. Tell her to eat her dinner. And he comes back inside. So he's like, so who wants to have a rabbit funeral?
So.
And I went to the neighbor who we had gotten the rabbit from. I'm like, you need to come to her memorial
You're a doctor
service.
now. I feel I can come clean.
She was dead. Dead all along. You left knowing she was dead. You were going to let me find her dead body.
Keep going.
Did you call the county
none of this
morgue?
is true. No. She's not buried in the backyard.
Where the hell is she?
I put her in the trash. I know what the dog's digging her up.
We didn't have a dog at that time.
We were
had a
going to
rabbit.
again. But other
She's
dogs would
buried-
have dug her up.
She's-
You used to go out and pray to this little area in the backyard. I'm going.
Oh my God, we made a cross out of... I made a cross out of paint sticks.
You did.
Are you telling me there's not a rabbit in the backyard?
No. I can't.
You still honored the
John,
rabbit.
you know, the only one that else know that is Johnny Boy. Because we were talking about a dead cat. And I'm going, yeah, I buried the cat when it died in the backyard, but the dog, dug it up, carried it around, and which
God, I'm
wasn't
gonna
true.
I'm gonna cry so
Yeah,
bad.
I gotta tell you, Wendy went in the. Are you really crying? Yeah.
I thought Wendy's been in the backyard
Dude,
this
this
whole
is
time.
perfect. Welcome to Setting the Record Straight, the last Wheatley vodka version. Kaitlyn, I got one more thing to tell you.
Is the goldfish not in the side yard either?
That's probably the third thing.
Well,
Would you flush that one? Oh, Jesus
flush it
Christ.
into- Though this one's a little bit bigger. I'm not your father. But I
Yes,
would like
yes.
everyone else, thank you for tuning in.
All right.
Setting the Record Straight, October 18th.
Try it with a
Stay
bag.
tuned. I didn't say this is the last podcast, but Wheatley, thank you for everything. Deuces.
Bye, friends.
Young John!